As I look out my window early in the morning, I see the hustle of the city in the path to their journey. Everyone has a dream, and as children, we all have dreams, and dreams are a wonderful thing. Dreams allow us to be free. We can be anything that we want. And when we dream, dreams have no boundaries, dreams have no limits. And I remember one of the questions that you're always asked as a child is, what do you want to be when you grow up? What is it that you want to do? What is your dream? My dream was being a teacher. I remember growing up, I always used to tell my mom and my dad that I wanted to be a teacher. And I had really supportive parents. So the first thing they went and they did was bought me this big blackboard. The first thing I would do after I did my homework and had dinner was play teacher. I was an only child growing up, so I really never had too many people around me to play with. So I used to do what a child does and use their imagination. And I always used to play teacher. So my students were my stuffed animals and my dolls. And then I used to become Mrs. Salgado. Every day, that's the only thing I played. Every day, 24 hours a day if I could, that's what I wanted to do. Anytime someone came over, any friends, any cousins, it was, what do you want to play? And I was like, teacher, teacher. And I'm the teacher. No one else could be the teacher but me. I remember when I started elementary school, I had two teachers that really impacted me. It was Mr. Robinson. He was my 3rd grade, my 5th grade, and my 6th grade teacher. My 4th grade teacher was Mrs. Cruz, and she also had an impact in my life. She was very artistic, and with her, we used to have so much fun. I remember her being strict, but she also had fun. My fondest memory of being in her class was when we did the opera Carmen, and I was a dancer. She constructed the scenery, she did all the backdrops, she did the lighting, she did our costumes, and she taught us how to dance, and she taught us how to act, and that was part of learning. For that, I want to thank her because she made learning for me so much fun, and it made me want to go to school. When I got to high school, the dream changed again, which is okay. That's a part of life. That's a part of growing up. At different stages in life, we want different things. We explore, we become different people. You know, everyone is an individual in life, and dreams change. High school, I wanted to be a lawyer. So I attended John Jay High School. Now I believe it's a different name. I was in the criminal justice program, and I was in it for 4 years. It was exciting because they actually, during my last year when I was a senior, they built a courtroom in the school. So there we used to perform mock trials, and we practiced how to be a lawyer and do cases. And that made my life's dream change to becoming a lawyer. I used to be so into law at that time. I used to watch Law and Order. I used to watch anything that had to do with law and court cases. So at that time, I wasn't thinking about being a teacher. And I remember that the teacher that inspired me was in high school was Mr. Hirsch, my history teacher, but he was also in charge of the criminal justice program as well. He was in charge of conducting the mock trials, and he was such an influence at the time that that's what I wanted to do. When I was in high school, that influenced me so much that I had applied for John Jay College when I was in John Jay High School. So after a year at John Jay College, it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. As a person, I always liked to help people, but then I started thinking about the logistics about becoming a lawyer, and I was like, how about if I convict someone that's really innocent? So then I felt kind of uneasy about that. So then I changed my mind. I said, no, I need to take a break. So over the summer, I started researching different colleges. Then I went and visited Kingsborough, and there they had a psychology program, which I thought was great and fascinating. And since I like helping people and servicing people, and that's something that always makes me happy, I figured, well, let me try the psychology, because there is a field that I can help people and probably make a change in someone's life, make a difference. Being a year there, it wasn't fulfilling. Still something was missing, but I just couldn't grasp what it was. I was like, oh, what's missing? So I was like, you know what? I'm still young. I need to take a break. It's okay that we take breaks in between, because sometimes we need to find ourselves. So I decided at that time, I said, let me work for a year or so and see what it is that I want to do. I was young. I graduated high school young, so I still had time. During that time, I met my husband, and then I decided to get married and start a family. And during that time, I had my 3 children, and I decided to stay at home with my children. So my husband supported that dream of letting me be a stay-at-home mom. And for that, I want to thank him, because becoming a mom allowed my dream of becoming a teacher come back. It was like, oh, that part of my brain that went to sleep, I say, was awoken. So I want to thank my children, and I want to thank my husband, because becoming a mom helped me fulfill my dream. It made my dream become a reality. It actually helped me become the teacher I am today. As parents, we are our children's first teacher, and many of us don't realize that, but we teach our children how to speak, how to talk, how to walk, how to write their names, how to read their ABCs and their 1, 2, 3s, something that they love when they do in school. So what I did when I stood at home was I prepared my daughter for school so she could be ready when she went to kindergarten. And I did it with my boys as well. To all those moms and dads out there, I want to say thank you, because you make our jobs just a little bit easier when you do all of those things to prepare your children to come to school and to start their education. That's why I strongly and truly believe in that African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child, because it starts at the home, it goes into the school, and it takes the entire community to raise your children and help them become who they are as adults and as individuals. We help form them, we help make them into the great citizens that they are today, and we help them fulfill their dreams as well. So for that, I want to say thank you to all the moms and dads out there.
I see you smiling from miles away. You're the girl who makes me feel this way. The way you're shining on a rainy day, make the world a little better place. the spark